Hello, my name is Adam Yance with Domain 6, and I'd like to welcome you to our short presentation of leveraging the power of Microsoft Office and Dynamics D365. Every time people get a new ERP system, they're always asking, what about the tools that everybody knows and loves? Well, when I ask people what's the most popular business software out there, the answer is Excel. Everybody uses Excel day in and day out. And why should you not be allowed to use Excel and then considered an outside process? No, we should consider it as part of the ERP system. So wouldn't it be wonderful we could use all the Office tools that we know and use it within our ERP system? Well, Microsoft Dynamics D365 was designed with the end user in mind to leverage the power of the Microsoft stack, not just Office, with an ERP system. I created a simple list of some of the products that are embedded or work in conjunction with Dynamics, and some of them would be Word, Excel, Outlook, Visio, PowerPoint, just to name a few. But in this demo, since it's a short one, I'm going to show you how Excel can work in a very simple example with it within Dynamics D365. So let's go ahead and go into Dynamics. This is my home page for my property management solution. And as you can see, I have my 4 pillars of my property management. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my tenant information. Now I'm going to quickly select all my tenants that I have in the system, and there's a list of. Well, what if I need to make changes or do some analysis? Now again, any grid that is in the system can be done this way. It could be a list of contracts, it could be a list of lease lines, it could be a list of invoices. It doesn't matter. As long as it's this list grid view, you notice up here at the top, there's my Microsoft Office integration. And I can simply come up here and say, hey, I want to take my customers and I want to go ahead and download them directly out of the system. So I'm going to go ahead and download those right to the system, come over to my Excel sheet. And as you notice now, I have a list of all these customers right in the sheet that got downloaded to my system. But also, you notice that I have a data connector associated with this. So here I can go ahead and let's go ahead and refresh that data connector just to make sure I have the most recent data. And as you can notice, Alpine Ski House, which is one of my favorite ones to play with in the system, has customer group 30. And if I go over here and I change this filter, and we'll just start with ALP for Alpine and apply it. There's my Alpine Ski House with customer group 30. Now, what I want to do is, what if I want to make changes? So I can do some analysis, I can do some work in here, but what if I want to make a change? What if I want to change this and say 20? Because I have the authority to make changes and do work, this is now just another user interface in the Dynamics. Not only did I just dump out the system really quickly into Excel, but now I can actually publish data back. And it just published that record and it updated. So now if I go back to Dynamics and I simply refresh the screen, and there's that record that it was, and I click refresh, now it's been changed to 20. So I've just made an update from an Excel spreadsheet to my ERP system, and it's still following all the rules and everything as if I did something within the ERP system. Hence, if I try to publish something like 86 in the system, it's giving me an error. Why did it give me an error? It's telling me that 86 does not exist in the system, hence we were not able to make that adjustment. So if I go over here and refresh, 86 was not updated. So it's still doing everything valid in the system of what you would expect it to do. So if I do a little change here and click on change and do a drop down, 86 is not one of my records I'm allowed to do. So again, I can change it to, and let's look at a valid record. If I make it change to 40, so let's go back to our Excel spreadsheet. Let's finish that off. Let's go back to this 86 red and let's just change that to 40 and republish that. Now it went ahead and published that record, and I've successfully published. Go back to Dynamics, refresh, and that record has been changed. So I have bi-directional communications with Excel. I hope you enjoyed that. There's lots of uses for this, especially in the financial side, but you can see how easy it is to pull and push data to and from Dynamics using Microsoft Office.